This True Skits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I have a wonderful guest today, my dear, good, beautiful friend Leslie Lovelace. She is a cast member of Tina True Skits, and like the rest of us, we're just gonna sit up here and talk about the play, talk about our life. It's just Tina's Truth. We're gonna just talk, hanging out like we do anyway. She and I have the best conversations. Actually, she tickled me today. It was just I've been laughing all day, just how we're night and day in a lot of ways, and then we turn around. We have a lot in common in others, and it's just so funny. She's just a beautiful person. So Leslie, let everybody know like who you are, where you're from, and what you do, things of that nature.
All right, I am Leslie Lovelace, and I was born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. However, I grew my family up in Georgia, so I was there for 20 years, and I have been back in Dayton since 2017,
Okay.
and glad to be back. I'm sold out for my city, so I was always home visiting. All my family's here, so
Okay.
I didn't miss a beat. Not too much, except for with relationships, friendships.
Right.
Missed out on all of that. 'Cause
I did not know you were there 20 years.
hmm
Wow.
yeah, I relocated there
Wow, Leslie.
with Reynolds and Reynolds.
All
hmm
right. So did you work there after school? Is that the job you had at Patterson?
No, my job at Patterson was with Delco.
Okay, got you. Okay,
I worked in the car department.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Leslie and I went to it's a school here in Dayton, Ohio. It was called Patterson Co-op, and so you went to school, and then you could work half a day or went to school half a day, something like that.
Yeah. You went to school 2 weeks and then you worked 2 weeks.
That's right. Yeah, then you worked
And
too.
then, but everybody's program was a little different. So yeah, there were some half day programs too. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but that is where she and I met. We actually got reconnected though through our mutual friend Kia, who always liked to link a lot of the people that we grew up with or schoolmates or whatever. And then we just started seeing each other because actually she lives in Atlanta. And then somehow I can't even remember how we ended up linking up, but we've been linked up ever since. And
Yeah.
it's been a blessing to me. Like, because my life,
Absolutely.
as y'all know, I share my story, was so different than theirs. But it's just good to reconnect and get to know each other how we are today. So Leslie, tell me, you raised your family. How many children do you have?
I have two children, a son and a daughter. My daughter's the oldest.
Okay.
She's 33 and she just had my first grandbaby. So I
Yeah.
am a cha-cha.
Yes.
And my son is 25 and he is in Atlanta. My daughter's in Nashville. My son is in Atlanta.
Okay. All
hmm
right. So, was your experience in Atlanta? Well, it had to be nice. You stayed there. I know your job was there, but
hmm
did you? I know. Did you have a lot of fun down there? Did you go?
Oh yeah.
So, what college did you go to?
I went to Central State.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a graduate of Central State, but really, I learned of Atlanta through college. Just going back and forth there with classmates and going to the Freaknik and doing stuff
Did you
like
go to
that.
the Freaknik?
Yeah, when it was really the Freaknik.
I never went.
Yeah, there's probably footage of me in there somewhere.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't know how I never, and as wild as I was, it blows my mind that I never went to that. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I look at it, I'm like, how did I? It's mind blowing to me that I never made it to that. And so,
Oh,
I,
those are good times.
yeah,
Yes.
man. I had great times, but I'm thinking on that level, like that was so fire when I look at it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so the
But
Freaknik.
I loved Atlanta.
Hmm.
And I still do. I still love Atlanta. I call Atlanta the city of dreams because literally anything you want to make happen, you can make happen there.
Hmm.
And it's so many successful people, so many black people that are successful. And now it's what they consider the new Hollywood.
Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
loved it. I loved it there. I mean, I got used to the commuting. I bought my first home there. Um, I have a second family there,
Yeah,
through
yeah,
all my friendships. And
for sure. Do you ever go back and visit?
I do. And now I used to get there probably 2 or 3 times a year. Now it seems like I get there just, maybe once a year now. But it'll be more often this year now that my son is back there. So
Okay.
I'll be getting to visit more.
There, okay,
Hmm.
okay. Well, I'll have to go with you. I
Yes,
haven't been since I
girl.
was a child.
Oh my
Yeah, like a
goodness.
little kid. I've never been.
Woo. Yes, we
Mm,
have to do it.
yeah, I'm going to go. That is really on my bucket list to go. And it's so crazy because people go back and forth like it's around the corner.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
what I would do, ride up and down that highway, even though it's only an hour and a half plane ride, but I mean that's what we had to do.
Yeah, and the plane ride is dang, I didn't know it was that short.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. I've been tripping, but I know I'm gonna get there this summer because
Yeah,
I want to go.
we
I,
gotta plan something
I
out.
really do. I want to go. I want to see Tyler Perry's studio,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And I just feel like you never know who you're gonna meet.
You just don't know. I mean, all the celebrities that I've seen, I never went and said anything to them, but I would see him, be like,
Uh
oh
huh.
my God, there's T.I.
Oh
And he
yeah,
has have you heard this new release?
girl. Don't. I was bumping it though.
You don't like T.I.?
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Girl,
girl,
listen,
that new song take you
it make
all
me
the way
want to act
back.
like a kid again. I said, why am I 57 looking at these words about to, because I'm about to learn it. I'm about to, about to learn the
Girl,
words so I can.
they said we should have known when he had the hat tilted back, baby. I think that, hey, you hear me? They say that's Tip. That's not T.I. That's Tip right there. Baby, yes, yes, yes,
Yes, he's back.
yes.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I used to be crazy about him, and now his music, yes, but I saw him on a couple of interviews, and I don't know. I started changing my opinion about him. It's kind of like Ti has done became very arrogant. I don't know. He's always been confident,
Yeah.
right? But it seemed like now he just, I don't know, got a chip on the shoulder. I don't know. And maybe he's going through something. Yeah, I've just seen him on a couple of interviews here lately, and I didn't like his, demeanor. But I do love to hear him speak. I love to hear him. Because of course he expresses himself very well,
Yeah.
very articulate brother, and I love that. But yeah, I yeah, it was
Something
like
kind of touched you wrong.
yeah, it's just his, I don't know, and it was like they were literally just joking around, and he was in there acting like somebody's old serious uncle, and I'm like, come on, Ti, man. Lighten up, dude. Like this is an interview, you know what I mean? So never get so big where why even get on there if you're not like, you know what I'm saying, in the mood to even, they're younger, they're gonna ask certain things, but it is what it is. But so what is it? Where do you see yourself? Like, what do you see yourself doing now that what do you call yourself as a grandparent?
Cha cha.
Cha cha. What do you see yourself doing now? Because I had asked you this some months ago, just you and I talking. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So now with the baby here,
I
and
do.
you a cha cha.
I know. My daughter lives in Nashville, as I stated, but so I literally considered, relocating to Nashville. But then, I had an opportunity after she gave birth to be there for about 5 weeks, and they just I need to just stay here. And my
Mm,
mama's here. That's really the biggest reason is I just can't imagine leaving my mom right now.
okay.
But I guess at some point we'll all come back together. But 5 years, I hope I'm retired and be this baby's nanny or something. I don't know.
I know.
I just don't want to work a full time job. I just want to be able to do what I want to do. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really thought that far in a long while because I've just been um, Well, I've been going through a lot of things personally, and so I just try to make it, one day at a time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
have to. That's a good question though, and that is something that I do need to ponder on because I do need to start wondering
What are
thinking
we
about
going? Yeah,
what that's gonna look
because
like.
5 years is around the corner. Like it's not. I mean, time is just literally flying. So I'm constantly thinking of it for myself because of life choices I made. So I haven't been at a job a long time. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have like, I have to pay into my own
Retirement.
retirement and my RA and things of that nature. So it's like, what am I? What are your goals here? That's why with Teen the True Skits, I have to have it as I'm business minded at this point. I can no longer play like it's a hobby because it's not a hobby anymore. It was at first,
Mm-hmm.
but the plays I want to learn more, and the more I learn, the more I want to do, and I want to travel. And sometimes I get anxiety about it, Leslie. Like, oh God, travel, like this and that because of the unknown. But I'll be okay
Oh
because I
yeah.
look at it like if you traveled on the highway with large amounts of narcotics, surely you can travel and go and put on your play.
Absolutely.
You see what I mean?
Girl,
So
you were born for this.
yes,
You were
thank
born
you,
for
thank
this.
you. So I'm really excited about it. I know that I'm going to meet, and these are things that I've been saying. I'm going to meet who I need to meet. That's going to see the gifts that I have,
Yeah.
and then they're either gonna bag me monetarily with money, or they're gonna definitely direct me what I need to do. But Country Wayne didn't have any. He just simply did his skits, and Facebook. He became wealthy from, because he wasn't like broke anyway. You know what I mean? But I'm
Mm.
saying Facebook took him on to a whole nother level, and
Man.
then YouTube, and then you got TikTok. So he just did 1 billion views. That is
I was just hearing that.
astronomical. That is mine. Like I don't even think people can get that.
Like, what is that equate to in dollars?
No,
A
oh yeah,
billion viewers.
he has a
I mean,
billion.
because he's paying that cast amazingly. They
And
have to be.
the cast, and that is my goal for my cast, always has been. And so I know that it's going to come to pass because, first off, I did the first skit just something to do. I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea that this is what I would be doing.
Yeah.
So now, and it just comes off, thoughts just come like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. Yes, I
So it's
do.
kind of like, okay,
Your brain is always at
yeah.
work, and you have such a good comeback. But that's one of the things that I love about your cast and your skits because so many of them just have a natural flow. They
Mm,
just have a natural ability just to come back with whatever it
yeah.
is that y'all are doing. Because then, like you said, everything is improv, and so you give them the vision and they run with it. And I love that.
Yeah.
And as one of the newest cast members, I never really thought I would see myself here. I just wanted to like participate in one
Yeah, I remember that.
one
Just
skit,
one.
just so I can say I was a part of that greatness because
Right.
I knew I already know where it's going. So I was like, okay.
But you're phenomenal and it's very believable. That's what I mean. Like even your very first one at the park that time, I'm like, look at Leslie. Like you just went right on in. It was you and Peanut, and it was such a good skit. So from that day forward, I'm like, if she'll do it, I really would love to have her because it's definitely. And then when you were, you had to go out of town for the baby, so you
Hmm.
couldn't be in the play. But girl, the comebacks with that and how Elder was you and him back and forth, and
Oh.
yeah, that it was that right there. It was just Center Sanctuary was a great vision that I had.
I really was.
I
It was a
just
good one.
know what the cast can bring, and that's what I'm trying to bring out. Even with our upcoming one, that's an hour. So I already knew that it was going to come where people were going to start asking, and then it sure enough did. And I said, now the door is open. So
Hmm.
that's all it took is that. So see, after that, it will be many more churches or because it'll get around.
Yeah.
Pastors will begin to talk to other pastors, and hey, they did a great job. They were respectful, and that is what I learned from Country Wayne. When someone asked him on an interview, why doesn't he allow cursing, and he said he learned from Bill Cosby that if you take the profanity and everything out, you get sponsors.
Okay. Okay.
People
okay.
will sponsor you, and so I was like, huh. Now, granted, when I did have all the ratchet cussing and everything, my numbers were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But and then when I took some of the cussing out, it dropped. But now when they took TikTok away and then brought it back, I'm good to get 300, views without when I'm used to getting 35K, 45K, or
Yeah.
670, But it's, what, I just keep creating.
Yeah.
And that's what it just taught me. Like, I'm just not a quitter, which angers me when I see people doing so.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're in this and you like doing it, then you know that it's gonna be, hey, can you bring your tone up some? I don't want it like that. You can't really wear your sleeve. This is not for anybody that's super sensitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and you can't look at the numbers, because just like the new page, Tina True Skits page, I'm bringing back all the old videos, and those that didn't do well on TikTok are now taking off on this page. Like, they are going bananas. So it's just, you can't allow views to value, like put value in that. You have to just continue to just do you.
Yeah.
Just be great.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you look at it, it'll break you down, because there are some people that tell me they stopped once their views went. They felt like people weren't interested, and I tried to tell them you can't go by that, because all you need is one person. Like, Instagram never fooled with me. Now, ever since that incident where Trey was acting up in church,
Mm-hmm.
that took my Instagram over the top. So now they are now
Now
everybody's
they're tuning
now
in.
they're looking at my reels, and they're talking back and forth with me, and they are like, oh, I never knew about it. So that got, now I have more, followers. So advertising is definitely a great thing. So what is your challenges, like one of your most challenges with do you feel like in the age that we are now? Like, what do you, like, with us being in our, like you said, you're 57, I'll be 57 in April. What has been like some of the challenges on getting older that you're like, you know,
You mean it's just as far as aging, or as it
aging,
relates to
yeah,
the play?
aging.
Oh, I guess the biggest challenges are just the different things that just happen out of the blue in our bodies, like things that are aching, like things that never really, never brought much attention to me. Is what's been what I've noticed lately. It's just, okay, why is my back hurting, or why did my ankles hurt
Yeah,
so
talk about just a little bit
bad?
so they can hear.
Why am I, why is it that I've got all these different aches, and I'm thinking, what's happening? So that's what I've been noticing. It's just that I'm gaining weight a lot faster.
Yes.
It's harder to get off.
Yeah.
And then I always have like something going on, and it might last for a couple of days and go away, or it might be a week or two, and then it just goes away. So, but here I am thinking, what have I done? It's just that we're getting older. I can't wear my 4-inch heels every single day of the week, anymore.
You can wear them though, baby. I have
can't-
never been able. Oh my God! I mean,
I just can't do everything that I used to do. I
Yeah.
can't stay up as late anymore. Like, that's been a real challenge for me. Is I be wore out.
Mm-hmm.
I just be like, I need to go to bed.
I'll be thinking though, with me studying about just eating natural and things of that nature, just eating differently, that this is really not old at all. So for us really to be, I understand certain changes, but to be like, like it really should not be, because we're not really old.
We
So
are
it's
not
kind of,
old. I know
yeah,
I'm not old.
right. But I'm thinking that I'm not thinking I know just from research, because that's all I do about it. Is I know stretching is very important. It's a lady, she's 90 something, and she arthritis is just not a thing. She says stretching is so important. She said a lot of people concentrate on the workout, and that is great. She's not against it, but she says stretching is just so important as far as, like, you know how people say, oh, she got mega knees, but there, she said there's no reason why someone in their 50s still can't just get on their knees. Like, what is happening here? And I'm like, oh my Lord, right? Like, what did
Right.
happen?
What is that?
So
Because
it's
we're not
stretching.
taking good care of
That
ourselves.
is the bottom line. That's the bottom line of it, and eating a lot of things. So I noticed that when I was stretching a lot, when I was heavier and I couldn't do my knees, but there are some women that are much heavier than myself, and they still can drop their knees, but they do a lot of stretching. So that is very important, and I do, and I am going to end up doing an episode on here, just talking about things that we need to be doing as women, um, with ourselves, and staying away from certain things that cause our hormones to go all out of whack, and eating certain things we know we shouldn't have, and it's really a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
It
gonna be
is
good.
just definitely, and I really want to, that's something I really want to just bring awareness to, and we all could just learn from one another, like with my channel. Now, at one time, it was doing really, really good because I focused on it. I did a lot of interviews because that's what this page really was for, was interviews. So I interviewed like Spud, John Lowe, a lot of men, a lot of men, you know what I mean, was coming down, Daryl, just a lot, getting their perspective on, you know, why do men cheat, and then it turned into the skits, right? So I'm going to still have it, you know, my lives will be about the, you know, interviews, and then my videos be more so my skits. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll upload my plays and things of that nature. Or possibly just maybe try and get another one, maybe where I can just talk about that. But I'm thinking with having the followers, some people do look on there because they know I'm so transparent. You know, it is what you get. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I actually talked with a lady that she follows me. She lives in Los Angeles. And I was telling Juanita, she was in my inbox and asked me would I call her, and I told her I was busy, but I wouldn't, so I didn't forget. And I made it a point not to forget. Like, I kept reminding myself, don't forget to call that lady, don't forget to call her. So I ended up calling her, and we were talking, and then she ended up crying, just saying that my skits and just her hearing about my life, I didn't know how that really helped her, and how she knew that she wasn't alone, and she appreciated me and my transparency. And that had really, you know, that had blessed my soul. And she said, I just think you the bomb. She was like, I love the way you dress. I love your personality. I love that you get on there when you're not having a good day or a great day, you know. And so I told Juanita, I want to surprise her, and I want to send for her, like, you know.
Oh, that
And
would be
I really
nice.
want to do that because um it's just something about, I don't know, I can't explain it. I told her my grandmother would be having a mess, or my grandmother would be so, you don't know nothing about her, would have been a killed her in your sleep. My grandmother would not, but that's just who
That's
I've
how I think too.
always been. Yeah,
Like,
I've always
yes.
been like that though, and so I don't know her, but hell, I didn't know half the men I was with, and what happened,
Say that.
and they was in the bed. So what the hell.
Right. And we're not to, you know, you have to go with what, I mean, you have a good sense of discernment. So you go with what you feel and what God tells. I think you're obedient to Him.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
that's why you have so many blessings and why you are able to bless so many. So yeah, I think you just have to go with what your gut is telling you to do, what your heart is saying to do. Just do what you're supposed to do.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, one of the challenges for me is that I'm going through currently, and I think I've really been this way my whole life, is when you don't feel, not that you do things for somebody to do you. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like when you don't see it reciprocated, like things that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like just things that I've done last summer. You know what I'm saying? Like buying people cars or giving a car away, things like that. But that has happened to me. Now, Yeah, and I had a spiritual mother that was going to buy one. She just wanted me to get my license before she bought it. She was going to go, and we were going to the lot to buy one. So I've always, and when I say always, been giving things is mind blowing actually. And
Mm.
so I didn't have a car when I worked at MCL restaurant. And one of the my older coworkers called me one day because I had quit working there after my biological dad had died, and I just couldn't go back. I couldn't get it together for some reason, so I didn't go back. And she called me and said, "Hey Tina, I just wanted to know if you would accept the gift." I I didn't know. I thought it was something simple. And she said, "My mother's in a nursing home, and I have her car." She said, "I prayed. And Lord Jesus told me to give you my car. There's nothing wrong with it. I only drove it to work and home, and that's it." And I was like, "Juanita?" She said, "Yes, I'll pay for your tags, um, and I'll give you money for that and everything. So just let me know when you want to come and pick it up."
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Those are the things I would love to do.
yes, yeah.
You
She did.
know,
Now I've
I
given
am.
my Honor card, my Aunt Angie. I mean, so I come from, and my Aunt Angie is giving. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like just giving. Of course, my mom, she bought me and my brother cars before, but I am that way. And it's like you just see so many ungrateful people now, and I just have to keep my eyes like just do you and be you and not look at that because
Mm-hmm.
or otherwise you'll flip all the way completely
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It'll steal your joy and and make you crazy. You right. Yeah,
It'll
you
make you
just
want to
gotta
fuck
do.
somebody up. I'm telling you, and that is what I just be like, oh God, I done came too far. You know what I'm saying? And I know being in that county, I just remember looking at this one girl who was a CO. She was young too, and I think I was in my early 30s, and I remember looking at her like, I'll see this motherfucker again, cause I mean she was so nasty.
Oh.
And this one, the Salem Mall was still open.
Mm.
Girl, why did I run into her? I ran into her. Of course, I didn't. I just pulled up on her and was like, I said, "You still
Oh
treat people
Jesus.
like shit at the county?" And she was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, because you were very, 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 very nasty to me and a whole lot of people for no reason at all." I said, "But if I was you, I'd be real careful about that. And you live in Dayton, that makes no sense. Because
Mm.
they don't live in the county. People do get out, and people do have an out day. And that's all I wanted to say to you. You know what I mean? Because you had me all the way fucked up in that county because I couldn't say nothing because I didn't want to get in no trouble. But there ain't no but air and opportunity out here now. Because when I tell you she was so nasty,
Ooh.
she was awful. Like, probably somebody that got bullied
Mm-hmm.
and then now they're in position so they just dog everybody. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that. And she had no words to say. She wasn't talking fly. She wasn't nothing. She wasn't saying anything. So I know that you take that job and that's what you do. And a lot of people get those positions to feel empowered.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, and I don't want to go back through that. You know what I'm saying? My hair ain't growing on the sides. My hair going thin at the top, baby. I ain't trying to be in there looking like Whoopi on The Color Purple. Cause up under this wig is exactly what I look like. I
Yeah,
done told
maybe
her that.
that's another thing. You know, aging has changed my hair growth.
Girl, what the? Although I wore wigs, what people need to know is I've never had a problem with no hair. That's never been. I've always
Man.
just loved braids. Like at Patterson, I remember. I want to say the first one because I talked to somebody else too. I want to say I was the first one that came with extension long braids because they
Mm.
wasn't even. Everybody was into our symmetrical cuts, and I
Yeah.
had um the braids, and I remember having beads on them. So I've always did my own thing, but I know I want to say I was rocking the fake long braids or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved hair and big hair or whatever the case may be. Wigs before they started being I've been wearing the half wigs long. all of that lashes. I started wearing lashes so long ago,
Mm.
before it became a thing. Just a girly girl. I've been the, what I'm not saying that people that don't wear that are not girly girl. What I mean is I've been the extra girly girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like the
know exactly
one.
what you mean.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
just been really like ahead of my time on a whole lot of things that somebody may have saw as extra. Now them same people that had something to say, they wear all the makeup in the world, but you had something to say when I was young. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. You know what I mean? Like I thought you said,
This is
but
what you doing
exactly.
now.
Even with my drug usage, would talk about me or whatever, I would hear through the grapevine, and then here they are now at 56 and 7, and or in their 60s, addicted to pain medication,
Mm.
a real live dope fiend.
Yeah, that's
But
scary.
that's why you need to keep your mouth off people,
Yeah.
because you don't know. And I'm not saying they probably start off, they probably was taking it for pain and then turn around and got addicted to it. And that's why a lot of people don't like taking them,
Right.
because it can be addicted. So, as far as like the plays and everything, you weren't able to see the last play, but the plays that you have been, because you've been so supportive of me. So, like, whatever I'm doing, you were there
I
when I
love
was
those
in the
plays.
play.
They're
Yeah.
very entertaining, and it's just amazing to see a whole play that is just where people are just improv. Like
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
that. I mean, that's just crazy.
And I am really literally, it's another name for it now. I put it in our group chat. It is
Oh, I saw that.
yeah,
Yes.
we are so, it's only it's only like three other production companies that do what we do as
Okay.
far as drama.
Mhm.
There are a lot of improv comedy. And that means like if they like that one show that was on where they'll say, okay, y'all going to the grocery store, and then you act like you at the grocery store, and then they say, switch, now you at the car lot. You gotta immediately go to the car lot, improv that whole scene. Where
Mhm.
ours is a full length, where we're coming off the top of our head. But yes, we do have a guide to go by, my vision. You know what I mean? But the production comes from the cast, because I don't know what they gonna say. Which is why rehearsal the other day, we were laughing so hard last night, girl. When I say I had tears running down my face because I'm playing Nana. And so anytime I play Nana, it's just everybody just cracks up anyway. Because I ended up telling a young girl to shut up, and I end up having something. And that was my granny though. Like, she'll take something and knock your head off, throw it or anything. But yeah, that's what's fun, that you never know what anybody is going to say or anything like that. Relationships now, how's this, I'm waiting to get married again. Everybody think that is why. I'm like, I love, I
Yeah.
love a man. I
Yeah, I got it
love being
coming.
laid up, going to do stuff together. My men be my best friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
do.
So I don't miss, like, I'll go out with my girls and all that, but it doesn't bother me to be at home when I'm in a relationship and we watching whatever and having a good time. It's only when the relationship is no more, or it's failing, that it's like, please stay gone, nigga, for the rest of your life, stay gone. Cause once
That's
I'm done and I
courageous.
don't like you no more, I mean, I don't, I just, but when I love you, and I know how to treat a man. I know, just all those things are fun. I kept my marriage very. He didn't know what he was coming home to. He just never knew when he got off work. He never knew what was gonna happen when he came in, because that's what kind of relationship we had on. So I've been while he at work, I'm at the Oregon district, getting a maid's outfit.
Oh
You
goodness.
know what I'm
Oh
saying? With a
Lord.
with a wig on, with the coming to the, of course dinner will be cooked, but I'll be bent over, girl. As soon as he come in the door, he would be like, Lord, happy though. No,
Yeah.
he wasn't complaining.
No
He used to
complaints,
just be
honey.
like, I just you so crazy, and we would just laugh so hard. But I saw my mother take very good care of my bonus dad, like
Okay.
water ran, dinner cooked, house was always together. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
saw that at growing up, so I immediately it was just learned behavior for me. But I did do that for a couple fellas that just didn't, the scripture that say don't throw your pearls before swine. Like they didn't even deserve all that shit. But I did it because that's just who I am. But my husband's, oh y'all lays out the red carpet, but
Mm.
some reason or another, life is life, and I got married both times. And my first marriage, I was not in love.
Okay.
I loved him, and we were going to church and both saved, and so I didn't want to keep fornicating. You
How
know what I'm
long
saying?
did y'all stay together again?
2 years. We were together a year, and then we got married, and it was two. We were married two,
Okay.
and then the last one was 7.
Ooh.
And I mean, that was on me. That wasn't on him. If I hadn't, after punking, my brother went to jail and all that. But it was already, I, we were such good friends, Leslie, and we had great sex, and that's what it should have just stayed on both of our ends. And I'm sure he feel the same way. You know, I'm sure he does. Although we had a lot of happy moments. I just wasn't happy, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you?
What about me in relationships?
Have you been married?
I've never been married.
Or have
Never
you been
been
proposed?
asked.
No?
Never been even close.
Leslie,
Never.
even the whole time in Atlanta.
Never.
I thought the one guy you said y'all was supposed to or get married or something.
Did I lie?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Let me see. What are we talking about?
Yes, and then you end up having a tumor. Because were you in a relationship before the tumor?
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a couple of boyfriends when I lived in Atlanta, but nothing close to marriage.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, I must have listened wrong. I thought that's you were like y'all were really thinking on those levels. Why do you think that is? Were you not ready?
I should have known we was gonna be going in deep on stuff. My goodness. I don't know. No, I wasn't ready. You're right. I wasn't ready to be a wife.
Okay.
When I look back on it, I always thought I was born to be a wife,
Right.
but I wasn't putting in the work
Oh, I see.
to be one. I just thought I want to be married. That's all I thought. I didn't think about the work it would take or what I needed to do, which was to be secure in myself and to love myself. I didn't know those things at the time. So marriage probably wouldn't have worked out for me. It probably wouldn't have, because I don't think that I loved myself back then.
That is incredible. It
Yeah,
is.
I've struggled with insecurity my whole entire life. I
It,
never thought I was cute or anything.
come on, Leslie.
No, I'm serious. I always thought I looked like a boy. I thought I was built like a boy.
Leslie.
I used to be like, why do I have to have these big legs? And just cry. When I was in high school, I used to wear a lot of baggy jeans. I used to wear a lot of baggy clothes. And then, somebody got into my head like, girl, you fine. Your body is everything.
Everything.
I had a washboard tummy.
I
Like, I
know.
didn't have any fat on my body. I used to
Straight muscle.
I used to enter these body contests in college.
Did you?
Mhm. I never won either.
Well, were they muscular? Like, were they working out?
No, they just the people was just hating on me. They was just hating on me.
Say
The girls wouldn't vote for me. They voted for these other girls. I was like, oh, come on. I was trying to win this money so bad so we could have a party.
The fact that you did it though.
Yes, got up on stage.
Nice.
Walking around off of Poison.
That girl is for
Yeah, me and Derek Williams actually went out on set together. You know Derek Williams.
Light skinned Derek?
The the fitness guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We used to enter those contests together. Uh-huh. And so we was on stage one time, off of that song. I was walking around in this little leopard, whatever kind of suit. It was cute. So if
Girl,
I could go back to that and grab her, I'd be like, come on, girl, get yourself together.
that was my next question. What would you tell a younger Leslie, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was perfectly fine because I had a good personality. I had an amazing heart. I was a good friend. I was smart. I was everything that I needed to be.
Okay.
I probably could have worked a lot harder on my relationship with God. I mean, I knew Him. I went to church and all of that, but had I just poured a little bit more of myself into Him, I would have discovered the love for myself so much earlier. And then things would have probably been, I would have been a lot further along.
Like I didn't love myself, but I did not know I didn't love myself. You,
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? So like I never have been the insecure girlfriend. Never. I believe you until I don't. Until you show me otherwise. You see what I mean? So I never saw a girl that I felt was prettier or built better or any of those women. Never. I admired it, like she's pretty, but I never felt like, oh, he's gonna be with her because I just always felt like, I'm Tina Keith. I can't explain that, but I just felt like I am who I am, and if that's who you choose, nigga, move on, cause I'm on to the next. Cause one thing I didn't have no problem with is getting the next. My granny said you don't let grass grow up under your feet, do you? Cause it'd be okay, goodbye, and I'm dating somebody else, and the what I had to tell this girl who hated me so badly in my neighborhood. She used to call me and my best friend at that time. We were whores, we were this, we were fast, whatever. And so, as we had got older, I had shared with her. I said, until you just to give you a mental note, because you have daughters now, and they're beautiful, by the way. But you'll never understand their challenges. Now, I wasn't trying to be funny, but I was. You'll never really know their challenges because you didn't walk down the street and have 5 and 6 cars hollering at
About
you
to wreck.
about what's up, baby, what's up. You never went through that, so you don't know what you would have did if you had that kind of attention. You don't know that. You don't know when you go to school and you got this guy, and this guy, or whatever. You got a few haters here and there, but first off, I dated older guys, so guys my own age were I instantly brothers. It may have been a few that I creeped off with, like 1 or 2 at Patterson, but I dated men that was in their damn almost in their 30s coming to pick me up and drop. You know what I'm saying? So I was very fast at that age, but I know that I just would have told me, just slow down because you'll be grown soon enough. You know what I mean? Like hold on to your goodies. You know what I mean? And it's okay to love you. You don't have to. Whether I was looking for my father and older men, it just was exciting to me. Just I had a very, like I do now, impulsive behavior, so I didn't have to know you. I'm getting ready to go. I'm right with you.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And I was that way too.
Mm-hmm.
I was very flirtatious. I've always been very flirtatious. Always been very aggressive, as far as my talking. I don't know what I can do behind that talk, but
right.
I'm always gonna try. I always had to have a pretty man, he always had to be prettier than me. I like that's what I like. I would pull some pretty boys now.
That's because you was beautiful
I
yourself.
would pull some pretty men.
Yes, I've had a lot of them.
But I just was. God is so good because I should be dead.
Girl,
I should be dead. Back then, all the stuff that I was doing, without protection.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And then you learn your
The
lesson?
fact that we even still got a coochie.
Right. You get chlamydia, and then
Oh,
you say, "Oh, I'm never doing anything without a rubber again." And then what you doing?
let's talk
It's,
about it.
I mean, it's just real. Like I put my trust in people. Just why would I do that? And I didn't even know you. Like,
Cause again, we just really did not. But you know what I find strange with
it's
you, and it doesn't
reckless.
matter who your dad. But it to me in our mind, I'm talking about us on the outside looking in. Your dad was the commissioner, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so you're the daughter of the state commissioner and
See,
city
yeah,
commissioner. And so, in our mind, that is and it's still today. That's a big deal. And
yes.
so, it's like,
To have
where did
this
the
little
lack?
fast daughter,
Yeah,
this
but
little
where did
hot
the
mama.
were you? Do you feel like something in your childhood was missing?
No, my parent. I was the oldest, the first grandchild, first niece,
Me
first,
too.
all of that.
Everything.
Well, now my on my mother's side. Now my dad, his sisters had kids, my older cousins.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my mother's side, I was number one.
Okay,
And then my siblings didn't come around until 8 and 12 years later.
got you.
So I was always kind of rebellious. I was rotten for one, just completely spoiled. I got what I wanted, and I wasn't sheltered. My parents grew us up on the west side of Dayton. We lived right down the street from DeSoto Bass. I knew all walks of life. I wasn't scared. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I had all my neighborhood friends who was smoking and
Right,
swinging, doing all kinds of stuff. So I saw all of that, and I was a part of all of that, just not in it, not doing
right,
it.
right.
Because I was scary. I was always scary. And I was kind of goofy. I mean, I was just silly.
Uh huh.
Which
Mm-hmm.
is probably why guys didn't really take me seriously anyway. Because, they're like, that girl is she's kind of like a dingbat. They be saying stuff, and I'd be like, what y'all talking about?
They call
I
that
didn't
being
understand
green.
that
You was
slang. I'm like,
yeah.
what? What does that mean?
Right.
Oh,
Did
you going to go smoke? Oh, okay. Like stuff like I didn't know
right,
what they was
right.
talking about. So I just, my parents were very involved. They didn't miss not any of my events. They were at my every game.
Well, where in the
You
world did
know,
you not loving yourself come from? Then I wonder.
it certainly wasn't because they didn't, try and instill that in me.
Right.
It's just something in me. I guess because I felt like, my mom, she was so beautiful. I felt like my granny, my aunties, I thought everybody was beautiful.
Uh huh.
And I thought I was an ugly duckling. I just did not think that I was pretty like my mom. And everybody used to say, you look just like your mom. I just did not see that in the mirror.
That's what I was going to ask you too, because sometimes that'll come from comparing yourself to some. So that's what it was. You were comparing the
Mm-hmm.
way your mom and your aunties and them look versus you,
Yeah.
because you do look a lot like your dad.
Yeah, my
But you,
sister looks more like my dad now. As I get older,
uh
things
huh.
kind of,
Yeah,
how we
everything
all
should.
do. But
Yeah, but girl, nobody would
yeah,
ever know that
nobody
you
thought
went
that,
through
and
that.
nobody could feel that from me either because, like I said, I was aggressive. I was
Right.
always doing stuff. But inside
But internally, you were.
I was like, I'm not good enough. And, he doesn't like me. He's not gonna want to
Mm-hmm.
go out with me. Stuff like that.
And you
So
projected a lot of that when you speak those type of things. We don't know that, and we didn't know that then.
yeah, I certainly didn't know that then.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it's like, you know, I myself got, of course, my story, but yeah, I end up. I just loved bad boys so much. I was so
mm-hmm.
so attracted to them.
We all are in a
And
way, I think.
and then I guess I was a bad girl. It just was in me to be rebellious like that because my family none of the stuff I did, I never saw that with, they went to work. I saw weed and that was it, but drinking, but just somewhere like selling dope and selling coochie and all that. My family, I was like, what is going on? Is
Mm-hmm.
was my family was thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody raised that girl. What the hell? Like they didn't know where any of this was coming from. Like, I mean, I was pregnant at 13. And it's just like it was always something but great in school when I applied myself.
Mm-hmm.
But honey, when I say just hot in the bud and just been before my girl, and I just
Yeah,
look
doing
back.
things before our time, before we should have
Yeah,
even been thinking
even
about
been thinking about
doing
it. We
stuff
just
like
was a
that. It
different,
just, yeah.
different, different, different
In our
generation.
generation, yeah, I mean, that's what we were all doing.
No,
You
literally, and
know,
I tell people that like when I
don't get it twisted. Like, it
right,
wasn't just
no, it wasn't just
me
you and
in the
I,
eighth grade, trying to give it up and, and doing things we shouldn't have been doing at
girl.
Welcome Stadium up in the bleachers. And,
Ah,
it's just like,
in
what
school in the
was I
auditorium with the
doing
lights
that
off,
so young? Like, what was I?
we
So
were
we were
fast.
fast because that's what we came home looking at Playboy calendars on our on the walls, and our parents had naked pictures of women on the Charles.
I think the most
Like,
I've
it's
seen
just
that.
crazy.
Yeah. I think the most I ever saw was the Isaac Hayes picture where it was the lady that had the ropes all. It was like that's when they had the album. That's it. But me, never saw it. Never
No
saw it at
None of that stuff.
the
Oh,
where we saw Playboy is my uncle who was mentally ill had a whole bunch of magazines and my brother and I would sneak in there and look, look through and we would hear him put them back. But no, honey, we didn't see any of that. That's what I'm saying. It was just in me. But then as I began to know, more about my dad and my grandpa who I love so much, he and I began to talk, and it just tickled me so. Like the streets, the excitement of the streets, and all that came from him. From you
mm,
know what I mean? Like my
mm-hmm.
dad was in the street, but my granddaddy was a street nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? So it was like I think about our conversations now, how I would just love to talk to him about so much that he used to say that I didn't agree with. Now I know exactly what he's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just funny how that is. But I did not learn to start loving me until 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to learn to that no, you don't have to deal with that, and you don't have to put up with any of that.
You
Even
don't.
though I'm very good as far as setting a nigga straight and all of that, but I would allow madness to come back into my life
Mm.
when it should have been, oh no, that's a violation, out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I would allow you to come back to do it again. So that's what it is. Doing the same thing, expecting different results is the definition of insanity. And so I was doing the same thing, expecting different results, whether we believed that they would change, but deep down inside, they're not.
You know.
And then we kept on. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
but I do want to get married again. Do you want to get married now?
I'm not. I'm not decided on that right now. I'm not pressed about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a
I'm
lot of
okay.
people that are like you. Okay.
Yeah.
Who I marry though this time, they definitely have to be my person. Like I can't have nobody that is don't clean up behind themselves. Um, Want to smother me. Every relationship I get in, they want me like this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I need you to let me be me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I need you because I'm trustworthy. Like I'm solid. If I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I
You
don't
ain't got to
need you.
worry
Yeah,
about
you don't
that.
have to worry, and I don't need to be worried about you because the minute I don't have time for that. Like I said, I'm not no checking the phone.
Yeah, we're not
I'm not
doing
on
that.
all that.
I'm not checking your phone.
No,
I'm not checking nobody. I'm not
none of
doing
it.
all of that.
For what? And now what I look
We're
like
too
at this
old,
age?
too old, too
Right.
old, too old. Not doing that. It's
Mm-mm.
just silly.
No, no, no.
Yeah, because if you don't want to do this, then don't.
Mm-hmm. That is the bottom line of it
I just
all.
don't understand why people do that. And then, I was thinking the other day, like, how men go so far out of their way to kill their lover, their mistress, or because they're having a baby, so their wife won't find out. But if you loved your wife so much, why would you cheat on her in the first place?
That was interesting. And I want you to go and look on here, and I want you to go on this page, and I want you to hear what Daryl Easley said, what Russell said, all of them. What Russell Pryor said, what John said, what K. Red said. These are the interviews I did 4 years ago. And I asked them, why do men cheat?
Mm.
Why do they cheat? And it was interesting. One of them, I can't remember who it is, said because I can.
Yeah.
Said because I can.
Yeah.
Another one I think said because it's easy to do. And then you ask them, well, did you not love your wife? Yeah, that didn't mean anything to me. And I do know that women are emotional, men are physical. They can go and stick something in something. It don't
Okay.
mean anything,
Yeah.
and they'll come back. But however, the act is what I'm saying. That's what I was telling my first husband. The act of it. You came here and we both on our knees praying, like we did every night. We prayed, but you knew earlier that day that you had literally laid and had sex with another woman, and you came and got on your knee. That is what'll make me take you on
Take
up
a
out of here.
frying pan up against your
I can't. I'm
head.
telling you, I've never. I just can't deal with that kind of stuff. I can't. I don't respect the nigga. Like I can't. It's nothing about it. It's just too. It's too much
It's
for me.
horrible. But for a man to risk his livelihood, like to risk going to jail for the rest of your life because you didn't messed up, instead of just coming clean and just doing what you got to do, and then possibly even losing your wife, because a lot of times you're not going to even lose your wife. But why would you
Yeah.
kill a woman and her unborn child
Oh yeah, like a
so
lot of
your
those
wife
areas.
won't find out about it? But then, if you didn't want her to find out, why did you do it? If that was so important to you for her not to find out, like, that's what's
A lot of those
mind-boggling to
young
me.
athletes did that to a lot of them. It's a lot of those athletes that have done that. I mean, it's some local
It's
people,
just so
but
many.
a
It's
lot
just a
of
lot of young,
yeah.
old, all of it. But in any case, we getting off the.
No, well, actually, not really. We just talking about the person that people's actions. Life is about actions that people make, and you need to be careful of decisions you make today because it can affect your very tomorrow, and that's with everything. And so I'm very careful about how I speak over my own life, and I don't allow other people to speak negative or say anything that's not bringing life to my life. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? What I've realized too that a lot of people don't understand the true definition of friendship. Friendship doesn't mean that you're going to agree with everything I say. Who wants a yes person? I'm
Mm-hmm.
my own person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what make us friends. I should be able to sit and tell you, Leslie, this. Well, we did have our first little misunderstanding, and we talked it out like friends supposed to.
Yeah.
We didn't go nowhere, and I'm not talking to you no more. I am not like that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm just not. And if I'm wrong, I don't have a problem saying, please forgive me.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just so many people that don't understand friendship. And with my heart, if I feel like you stepping on it, then that's what I mean. Then it's a problem. But I have to go back to myself, Leslie. But you did that. So maybe you need to take a look at who you're choosing to do these things for.
Mm.
So then you won't be so. Because I remember one time God had told me, the good thing to do is not always the right thing to do.
Mm.
See, you chose to do that. It wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing. But was it the right thing to do?
Mm.
No. That's something that because you're impulsive. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then when it don't or whatever happens, now your feelings are hurt. When who even told you to do that in the first place? You didn't meditate on it. You didn't pray about it. You just did it, and that has been me my whole entire life. So now I try, and I'm doing better than I've ever done before in my life, and I'm learning to show myself more grace because I never used to do that. I'm very hard on myself, very hard on myself.
Yeah, you are.
Um, on a lot of things that I guess I don't know. I don't know what it is. To be honest, I don't know why I'm hard on myself like that. But I'm not on everybody else. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm always thinking of others still to this day, and I'm a lot better. But it's like you think about others. But there are times when I sit back and I think about, especially relatives that I know that done and said shit. And sometimes I'll lay up in the middle of the bed, Leslie, and I swear, man, I be wanting to call them and just let them know. I want you to know that I know that you said X, Y, and Z. But then it'd be like, why? Why do you want to do that? Like, what is it? Why do you want to do that?
And because you want them to know that you know.
Yeah.
Like, you can shut up about me. Like, don't do that, or just come to me.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a conversation with me? If you care about me, if you're my family and you love me, why can't we talk?
I don't think they do. You understand what I mean? Because this is not like the first time. It's not like one time. These are family members that continuously have said things, and when I find out about it, it's like, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna really like? What I'm gonna, be there? It's so crazy. It's so complicated. It's like, just quit fucking with them, and then they continue. And I'm like, cause if I say something to you, it'll be a whole lot. I didn't say that, I don't.
Yeah,
I know you said what you said, and I know you a punk fucker. First off, so I know this shit ain't gonna go nowhere. So it's a waste of. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, let it ride. But I think the buildup of it, like, now is starting to get on my nerve really bad, and so I don't know. I'm gonna continue to be who I am, and I know God keeps blessing me with people like yourself. And I just Juanita has said that, I was upset with the person about how they handled the situation about what happened to me. She has said that they had mentioned me and said this grant would be good for Tina, and she said so she's still thinking about you. And I'm like, and I don't have. I'm gonna always direct people her way because of her beautiful soul. That doesn't mean that she's not still a beautiful person.
Yeah.
I'm saying that she's not the person for me when something of that nature, and you took the role for that individual, which I wasn't asking you to choose. I was asking you to show some sympathy or empathy or whatever you want to say it toward my situation.
Yeah.
You took a defense to it, which is why I said, oh no, before it do get bad, let me go ahead and let you go on. For it will be a physical altercation, because that's where it was heading. The more you kept trying to defend, it was more like a knife in my fucking chest, because I'm telling you what took place. Yeah. I never asked you to choose. I never even thought about it. I'm not even that tight. You're a grown ass woman. Why would I do that? But when you showed me, baby, what else can I do? But yeah, you be blessed over there. And I'm not bad mouthing you to anybody. That's because I'm not cut like that, Leslie. If we just not around or cool no more, we just not cool no more. And I have my reasons for it, and you know the reason for it if you be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not her. It's a whole lot of women that'll rag for a man over your ass in a hot second.
Oh, yeah.
So she's not the first. You know what I'm saying? But whoever, once they show me that, I don't need that in my life, because that's not who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have said, hey, I'm sorry. This is my friend. I'm sorry, because I do know he was awful back in the day, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to be friends with my friend that I've been friends with for 40-something years. I know that he was a rotten dog. You know what I'm saying? But he's not now. He done changed his life, but I would never, you don't think I'm not going to be friends with him no more. I would never have him around you.
Yeah.
Of course. And I'm going to tell you how sorry I am about that, and I'm so sorry. And you do feel bad when a friend of yours done hurt another friend of yours.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not, well, it's not natural, I guess, but I think it's natural to be that way.
But as we see, that everybody is don't think the same. So it's up to me what I allow in my life.
Yeah.
So like I said, versus me being in the county, because I deal with a lot of people that have never even been to court for nothing. I done been to the in the damn courts. You know my shit is public. Assault, all kind of crazy shit I've been in jail for. Hell, it was scared to go. You know, I got down there so much and I already knew what to do. Like, I know, I just started doing my own fingerprints, like, because I been so many times in that county to the point where that judge was like, I think you think that the courts is a joke. So I'm going to let you sit here for 60 some days.
Oh,
I'm
God.
like, for
Oh,
what?
Lord, I would die.
I was like, are you for real? I mean, he was like, if you keep talking, it can go. I said, and the probation officer is like, Judge, she finishes every I don't care. She's in here every other something. She has no respect for the court system, for the law, period. And I didn't. He was right. But girl, I got down there, and when I tell you, Leslie, that them girls wouldn't let me sleep, I'm telling you, they would wake. Girl, I used to have to cover up my head reading because I love to read. And Miss Starr, can we talk to you for a minute? It'd be 3 or 4 at the bunk, and I used to be like, God, why? Like, I don't mind doing this time, but what the fuck? And they'll say, well, she's having a hard time, and I told her that I had talked to you and how you made me feel better and you prayed for me. And girl, that is what my whole 60 days was about, was me ministering and praying, and then eventually the whole unit, including the COs, we all joined hands and I led a prayer, and it was a bunch of hugging and crying, and the COs was like, girl, we ain't never had nothing like this happen before. So I've never been able to run from my call or who I am or any of that. That is why I was there, though. It really had nothing to do with my case. Those girls, because it was a girl whose father was a lawyer. Both her parents were lawyers. She was a beaut. She looked like the Barbies that we played with as a kid. When I tell you, this girl was so beautiful. She had the biggest blue eyes, lashes long blonde, beautiful hair, naturally pretty, no makeup, anything, built up like a little tennis player. She done got hooked on fentanyl before fentanyl became what it was.
Wow.
Through her own auntie, um, sneaking it to her, and she got addicted, girl, and she was selling herself in those apartments right there by Parkside, all those hotels on Kiowee. She had got hooked up and was getting passed around from one dope boy to the next dope boy, to the point where, and then she ended up catching a major case. They was in a robbery. And she was in, yes, so that she was down there, and her name was Angel. I'll never forget, we slept right beside each other, and she would be crying and come in and sit on my bed and just lay her little head on me, and I would get up and just rock her and minister to her. Girl, when I say my life, Leslie, has been something, I'm telling you. I think about her all the time. And another sister who worked at a bank, and her dude went in there and robbed the damn bank, and they charged her, and she was fighting for her life down there, square, talking about never been in trouble, never nothing in her life. Got with a dude, and he just was a street dude and just knew she was green, and used that to his advantage. He went in there and robbed that bank and improvised and made her come.
Wow.
So they felt like she had to prove that she wasn't in on it and all that kind of stuff, girl. Yes. So I knew why I was there those days.
Yeah, that's scary.
You know what I mean? So, and then turn around, I had a prison ministry, and so that's why I said even these skits are like a ministry or therapy too for me, because it's an outlet to let out certain things. I know it's an outlet too for a lot of other people that wasn't doing anything and wanted something else to do. And so now being a part of something like this, just some me time for them, has been like therapy for them. But I've enjoyed our conversations. I always enjoy our conversation. I'm blessed to have you as a friend. Anybody, even your best friends, I know they do love and adore you because you are definitely one of a kind. I got one more question to you. with your you had your tumor, for those of you that maybe um going through something or had a stroke or had a tumor like Leslie, how old were you when you got diagnosed with your tumor?
I was 40.
She was 40 years old,
Just turned 40.
and they found a mass,
Yeah,
correct?
a tumor. They found a tumor on my facial and auditory nerve.
Okay.
And so
Uh-huh.
I had to have surgery, brain surgery to remove it. And it left me with the paralysis, deaf in my right ear. And
And I forget that all the time. She always say, "Friend, you gotta talk on this ear."
this
Yeah,
is
but
the bad ear right here.
yeah,
My
and
right ear is the bad ear. Yeah.
but as you see, you
I'm
know,
here, and I'll tell you when I wanted to be a part of the play. I mean, a part of the one of the skits. Just so I could make history, say I was a part of history. But I've been nervous and scared of how I would be received, which is why I was like, I want to create my own. Like I want to do my first skit. About this brain tumor. But
mhm.
then you done threw me in something else, and so I was just like, oh Jesus, people are gonna think I'm weird. They're gonna be sitting here talking about me. They're gonna not receive me, and I mean, I'll honestly say it has been so much fun though. It's been
Yes,
so much fun,
yeah,
and I am learning, I'm just learning to accept whatever people see and stop being so critical of myself, because
mhm.
when I did my first play, my girlfriend Stevie had me in this play, and we went to Atlanta to do it, and I mean we had practiced for months. I was so excited, kind of like did the play. Then that evening after we got home, we watched it because she had somebody film it, and I saw myself, and I just started bawling. And when I tell you I couldn't get over it because I could not believe how I looked, and it terrified me. I thought I was so ugly, and I thought, oh my God, I am not getting anywhere. Every time I think I am making progress, or I'm accepting, or I feel okay, then I see stuff like that. I see the pictures, I see the videos, and I'm like, Jesus, so this has really been good for me.
Okay,
It really has,
okay,
because I was like, I'm never doing this again. And then here you have me doing
right.
this. I'm on these tapes, and then you always get my bad side too. I'd be like, dang, she got the piece where there's no hair over here, and no forehead. I was like, it's okay, it's okay. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I finally break through this whatever it is, because I'm sick of it.
It's and you know what?
I'm so tired. I'm so over me.
Yes.
I'm just tired of feeling like I'm this ugly duckling. And then other people see me and they're like, we think that you're fine. We think that you're beautiful. Okay, what do you see? What is it that you see?
Mhm.
Like, stop lying. And then I'm thinking people are always lying to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this until I work through whatever it is I have to work through. I mean, God has certainly put me through this for a reason, and I'm just gonna walk the purpose.
I appreciate you.
I'm just gonna do it.
I do, and I've been speaking before this,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you, and I know that in time, and that has always been my prayer. Father, allow Leslie to see what we see, but I am also that friend that'll tell you I will never know what you're feeling like. So I'm never going to tell you, oh, be so until your face is like her. Then you can talk to Leslie about that. In the meantime, all we can do is tell her whether you think we're lying or not. To you, compared to what you look like, I feel like that is a normal. That is something normal as a human being would feel. But the you to break down, because like when I see it, like just say for instance, getting older, in my mind, which is your soulish area, your being, when I look at this shell that I'm in, I'm like, damn, where did Tina go? Like, what the what? Like, you know, the this, the neck, the back, you
The
know, all
eyes,
the eye,
the little
all of that,
flabby
the little
skin,
moles and
all this
the,
stuff.
you know, when I look at myself naked, like, what in the, you know, so it's kind of like we all have those insecurities, and then you'll hear somebody say, oh, you look fine to me, and you're thinking, but no, I didn't. Or somebody take a picture of you and they know that the picture looks crazy. Why would you post that? You know,
Right.
stuff like
Right,
that. Like
because they
what
like the way it looks. They look in the
they
picture or
look. So,
whatever.
and see, I on the other hand like to show people
Woo.
and let them say, you know. But I've learned too, like just because I feel you look beautiful in it, that's anybody. You
Yeah.
have to see if they do. That's just something that I've made a habit of doing. Do you like this before I post? Because I don't want to hear take that down.
Take
You
that
see what
down,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you like it? Not in particularly. Okay, I'll crop you out. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll let them take a picture and then they. But then you got some people that still won't because they are criticizing so much that they'll never have any pictures posted because they're so critical of
And
themselves.
that's why I stopped even doing that, because I was like, I'm never going to be satisfied. See, the thing with me is, the thing with the face is I have no control over it. I can't change it. Like when I've gained all this weight, well, I can get this off.
Right.
I can change that. The things I can control, I don't stress about. But this, every day, I can't make it look different. I cannot change it. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is what is so frustrating for me,
Right.
and so hurtful to me a lot of times, because I'm just like, I can't do anything about that. I can get this weight off. I can put on a different outfit. I can do, that kind of thing. I can change my hair, but I can't change this face.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, I'm just gonna continue to work.
And keep doing what you do.
Just keep going. Just keep going forward.
And keep living life. I remember when you said that, when you got that relation, you told me, you know what? I'm going to live life. You said, I'm just going to live. And I said, Leslie, when you do this, I said, over and over, I said, honey, and that's why I send you different. Look at this lady who was burnt.
Yes, and those things make me feel like a complete idiot. Cause I just be like,
the burn
complaining
beauty
about what?
Her on here, and the guy that I said was in the service, he ended up catching an infection.
Yeah.
Him,
what am I complaining about?
Yes, I mean, and you have couples that where it's a lady that had lost some of her fingers. She got in a fire too. She's married. They have beautiful kids.
Beautiful kids. I saw
You
that one too.
Her, I'm saying, and he loves her. This is not no. They've been married for a while. He accepts her. So what I mean is, like she said, and when she shared it, she thought that it was over. Like I never look like how I look. Who's gonna want me? And then when she changed her whole mindset, then here come love out of nowhere. She was like, out of all the women he could have chose, he chose me. And I mean, he loved her. They raising their family, they have fun together. Look, they got a whole YouTube channel together. And I mean, and again, like I said, she's missing fingers.
Aren't those stories inspiring?
Yes, and so when I think of that, I say to myself, again, I can't minimize what you're feeling. I just like to send them to you to let you know, Leslie, you are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And your class, you could dress, you bad. Even if you gain weight, you still bad. And I know that we have to feel it, but I'm saying from what we're looking at, we look at you always put together. Of course, we have inner turmoil. All of us go through that.
Yeah.
But baby, when I tell you, like to just really think that all men don't look like me. Nobody says anything to me. Nobody.
I just can't imagine.
They don't say anything, sis. Like my inbox are empty. If somebody's in my inbox, it's about a skit, or it is, nobody is. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Men very rarely even say. It be my women friends and followers that say you look pretty or whatever. Every now and then you'll see a man or one, but those are my brothers. Like it's not just a guy. You know what I mean? I got a few that may say little stuff or something, but no, nothing like what I've been used to my whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
No, so all of that was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'll look in the mirror and be like, what the fuck? So I don't know what it is, but I just said, well, I'm gonna just keep being doing me because I've never been arrogant or thought I was. I never ever thought
Yeah,
that.
we don't have that energy.
No, never. I've never thought that. So I'm like, I don't know what this is, and I know I'm not getting ready to settle. Like, go be with anybody because nobody is saying nothing. No, I'm cool by myself because I know what I like,
Yeah.
and I'm not getting ready to get with anybody that I'm not attracted to. That is insanity. I've done that throughout life, and I was drinking and I had to be drinking or high to deal with them. If I don't, with my second husband, I was attracted to him. I knew that I was going to get him sometime he walked through the door. I knew it. Then after we did it, I knew that I wanted to continue to keep doing it with him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then he made me laugh. We had so much fun, and I did not regret. We shouldn't have got married, but I don't regret the times we've had because we did have happy moments. Although I don't feel like neither one of us was happy, you know what I mean? But that's the kind of love I'm talking about. Like when we used to be on the phone, falling asleep, like some teenage shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was younger. I don't want to deal with nobody on the side of the bed, wore out because they old ass can't keep up, or you whatever you going through. No, I don't want to. And I'm not saying it's not no man my age that's not healthy. I love a man to take care of themselves, and I need to do better with myself. But I don't want nobody. I like a young at heart person. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like still laughing and so I'm excited about it. I know it's coming. I thank God for it. Like I told you, I'm excited about your life right now. And it's just a good place to be in right now. And we are alive in our right mind.
Yeah.
You are one of the strongest people. I tell you that all the time. Yes, I've been through a lot. But Leslie, like you said, for you to just get up every day and like you said, okay, I don't like the way I look, but I'm going to move forward. I'm going to live. I'm a that. And people love you. They love you coming around. They adore you. Like, people really, literally adore you. And
I don't understand that part about it. It's okay.
because you are just down to earth. You're not, you're just who you are. And people love that kind of vibe. Realness is what I'm saying. That's what's missing.
Oh, now you gonna get the real.
Right.
Yeah, you get it 100%.
And you just got a kind heart, friend. Show some grace, friend. They don't this, friend. And I'm thinking, fuck them, friend. Fuck that bitch, friend. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love you so much. And I thank you for being on Tina's Truth today. And I appreciate on our viewers. And again, watch the rest of the cast interviews. There's some really some good interviews. One in particular is with it's so many guys, just so many powerful interviews on here. You never know. Looking at us on screens, doing the skits, you would never know. Like my cousin, as beautiful as she is, was getting bullied every day in school, and I never knew about it. And I know it's a reason for that. I hate that I was not there to stop it, but that is her journey and her walk.
Yeah.
But it still made me sad that she went through that, every day. My cousin Kanika, because of how she looked, and they was fucking with her, because everybody is just not a damn fighter, man.
That would be me.
So don't. What joy do you get out of even bothering somebody that don't even want to fight? That's just not how they was raised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was raised in a Christian home, and y'all somewhere bothering her because of what? I just said I know it was a reason. Cause Leslie, girl, I'm telling you. Oh my God! If I had known that they was bullying my cousin, the way she was being bullied was awful.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
Was just awful. You know what I'm saying? So I just thank God that she got beautiful kids. She's going. She's excelling in life, and again, she talked about it, not loving herself. So you can't go by looking on the outward.
Yeah.
So somebody would never think that she didn't love herself. Like what? She's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, she didn't love herself. She's learning now how to love herself, and it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
I'm still learning at
I'm
56.
still learning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and you can't look at nobody to outer. Oh, I know they got it going on. Like people, like you said, I can't believe nobody's in your inbox. No, but I also know that where I'm at today, no anybody can come this way anymore.
Yeah.
A whole different. I operate under a different frequency. My energy is different. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just believe that it's not so much rejection, but it's really God's protection. That I done been through enough and just not know any. I just can't deal with any of that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. You know what I mean?
And that's the best thing.
Yeah. So that's why I said who it is. He's gonna know. He's been waiting on me, and I've been waiting on him, and that's just. And I know it's coming. Whenever it come, it come. I'm ready though.
I can't wait.
Cause shit,
I cannot wait.
I look now, hell, I don't know where he at. I said, is the GPS working? What? Where the nigga at? But thank you again. Thank you everybody for watching us. This has been fantastic. Leslie, we love you. And be looking out for more skits. And the skits that Leslie is in is where you see the young man that has the mental. Leslie is the one that thought of those skits. That's what she wanted. And people are they are receiving those skits because everybody somewhere somehow have someone that they're dealing with mental illness. So the skit really is going very well. People are really relating to those skits. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you so much and have a blessed night and evening on purpose. Take care of yourselves.
Oh my goodness. What you looking at?